And welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. I'm Alison Donnelly, and today is Monday, February 25th.
And I'm Rob Churnside. Allison, it's great to have you back on the show. We missed you.
Thank you.
So it's been 2 weeks, and rumor has it that you maybe were out in the Midwest somewhere, like Iowa?
Oh, well, I cannot confirm or deny, but everyone else is throwing their hats into the ring for 2020, so I thought I might.
You're too young to be president.
No, right.
Maybe vice president.
Maybe vice president. We have to look into those rules.
So what'd you do this weekend?
Well, I went to the Cecil County Ice Splash, which is at the Wellwood and benefits the Cecil County Special Olympics. Also stopped into Maryland Beer Company and saw, Brian Galloway. He's the one who does that scale mail stuff.
No.
He's touring he did a recreation of the Maryland flag out of the metal.
Oh, that guy, sure, yeah.
And he is touring the flag around Maryland breweries, and he happened to be at Maryland Beer Company on Saturday, so I was there.
We captured him a little bit down there at Minahane's on TV.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. What did you do?
Well, good. Well, I'm going to show you something. I want you to see this. See if you can guess. Doug Donnelly and I were at the Delaware Drum Show, and I acquired this.
Yes. That is a Brazilian percussion device, of course.
Boy, did we miss you on this show, Alison. She knows everything. Yes, it is, and this is how it sounds. In a quiet mode. It gets louder.
It doesn't need to.
But we saw Bernard Bugsy Purdy.
Cool.
From Elkton, and we may have a chance
Remind everyone who he is.
Huh?
Remind everyone who he is.
Oh, yeah, sure. He is the drummer for Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Steely Dan, a lot of different groups, and he's the most recorded drummer in the world. He's doing something here in Elkton this coming week, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to film him and talk with him.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to track down.
Well, he wants to talk with us, and he loves it here in Cecil County, from Cecil County.
Cool.
So, that's great.
That is great.
Beat the drum on that one. Sad news, Alison.
Yes.
Mary Jo Jablonski of the Elkton Alliance and commissioner for the town of Elkton passed away last week.
I know. So sad. She was such a great advocate for Elkton.
Yes, everybody loved her, and I consider her to be the queen of Elkton.
I like that. So, also on tonight's show, we have Sergeant Michael Kalinsky, who's going to talk to us about the upcoming 3-on-3 basketball tournament, which is taking place at Elkton High School on March 9th. So,
that involves officers and kids, too,
and
right?
kids, yeah, playing 3-on-3 basketball. It's an effort to put youth and law enforcement in a casual, relaxed, fun setting together.
That's great. That's how we used to play when we were kids, you know? Pick sides, 3 on one team, 3 on the other. I was always the 7th guy, the one that didn't get picked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
That's okay. And now for the news. State's Attorney Amanda Bessex announced this week that she will resign from her position due to health reasons. Bessex was elected in 2018 on a platform that emphasized advocacy for victims and a move away part-time prosecutors in the state's attorney's office. With her departure effective March 15th, it falls to the county's circuit court judges to select first an interim person for the position and also someone to complete the remainder of Bessex's term. The Cecil County Arts Council has announced the formation of the Northern Chesapeake Symphony Orchestra and is seeking musicians from Cecil and surrounding counties. The orchestra is accepting applications and holding auditions through the end of March. The Arts Council says the mission of the orchestra is to provide a full symphony orchestra, strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion, experience for middle school students through adults from Cecil County, Maryland, and surrounding areas that will perform programs within the community. The application can be found at the Cecil County Arts Council's website. And we made this announcement last week, but perhaps some of our viewers missed it. As you know, 30 at 6 can be viewed both online and on the Armstrong and Comcast cable systems. As it turns out, there is no easy way to know how many of you may be watching us on cable. You could help us greatly by telling us if you are among our cable viewers. Please send an email to info@Cecil TV or contact us on any of our social media pages to let us know you are a cable viewer and which cable system you are on. Thank you. And now for these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Charles. For 30 years, I have been practicing functional medicine and gentle chiropractic. Elkton Chiropractic Neurology is dedicated to enhancing whole body rejuvenation, whether or not you are afflicted with injury or disease. We utilize a structural, neurologic, metabolic, nutritional, and energetic approach to restoring your body to its full potential.
After coming to Dr. Charles, I'm better than I was before.
You deserve to feel good and to have an active lifestyle, so why not call Elkton Chiropractic Neurology today?
Good evening, and welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. Tonight we have Sergeant Michael Kalinsky back in the studio. Thanks for being here. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
And we're talking about the second annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament coming up this weekend.
It's actually on March 9th.
March 9th.
We're very much looking forward to it. As you said, it's our second annual event. Last year we had about 55 kids playing from across Cecil County, and also about 150 to 200 people that came out to root the kids on.
And how did this get started?
So 2 years ago, we were asked to apply for a governor's office for a crime control and prevention grant to come up with an event to encourage kids and law enforcement to be at kind of in a relaxed atmosphere and get together and be able to get to know one another. So in working with the sheriff and some of my colleagues, we came up with a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. It's actually teams of 5, 3 on the court at any one time.
Right.
And so last year when we did it, we weren't sure how many kids were going to join us, but we were very successful, 11 teams, and it ended up being some really competitive basketball. But more importantly, we had so many kids from across the county, and every town was represented. All of the high schools, including the private schools, had teams in the tournament.
Cool. And so they get an honorary coach, right?
So each team will be assigned at least one deputy that's volunteering their time that day. Last year we actually had enough deputies for each team to have 2. And then as the teams go forward in the competition, there may be a couple more deputies helping out and coaching. We also had some honorary coaches last year. Judge Davis from Circuit Court was one of our judges, and he had a good time. Even though he didn't have a great success with his team, he's going to be rejoining us.
Well, that's great. So teens 14 to 18.
Yes.
Boys and girls, of course. And what if someone needed some convincing to join, what else do they get besides a fun day of basketball?
So each of the kids that's going to be playing will get a free T-shirt. It says Cecil County 3-on-3. This is part of the grant money, so we're looking forward to seeing all the kids wearing that.
Cool.
And our first 100 fans will get a genuine 3-on-3 rally towel in the shape of a basketball. In addition to which, the first and second place teams, we're hoping to have enough girls come out this year to have a boys and girls division champions. So each team will, the first place and second place teams will get championship trophies as well as medals for competing with us that day. So we've tried to cover all the bases. We also have some other organizations that are helping us out that day. Gates for Life, which is a group that does a lot with the American Cancer Society, the Relay for Life. They're going to be there selling food
Cool.
so that there will be food and beverages there. And we'll also have DJs helping professionally host the event. They're both police officers. One's a Maryland State Trooper and the other one works for Maryland Transportation Authority. So our goal is to try and show the kids that while we are, of course, there as role models and mentors, that we're also trying to humanize the badge during a fun event.
That sounds awesome. How do people sign up?
So the easiest way right now is via our Facebook page. Just go to the Facebook page, Cecil County Sheriff's Office, and send us a private message. We're also going to put up a link tomorrow on the Cecil County Sheriff's Office webpage that will have the application, because each team has to be coached by an adult, 21 years or older. Again, the kids have to be between 14 and 18. There's no residency requirement for Cecil County. We just ask that they have a coach that comes with them, and everyone's guardian has to sign off on the release form to get them out there playing. We'll also have a paramedic on standby with us the entire day, just in case somebody gets hurt. So we hope that people will take the time to private message us on Facebook or to download the link to get the permission slip so that they can participate.
That sounds super exciting. So Saturday, March 9th, but sign up in advance. And the other thing we're going to talk about is S.A.L.T.
S.A.L.T, Seniors and Law Enforcement Together. So I've been honored to be a participant in S.A.L.T for the last 3 years as part of my role in the Community Resource Unit at the Sheriff's Office. But S.A.L.T's been around a lot longer in Cecil County. It's a partnership between the Cecil County Health Department, Department of Community Services, and all the different law enforcement organizations in Cecil County. So Friday on March 1st at 10 o'clock at the Elkton Senior Center, which is at 200 Chesapeake Boulevard, it's the county building, S.A.L.T is hosting its first outreach event where myself and some other officers will be on hand to answer questions. A couple of months ago, DCS and the Sheriff's Office put out a survey to people in the community asking them about different issues that affect seniors and their caregivers here in Cecil County.
And what are some of those issues?
So everything from internet frauds that are committed against seniors to roofing and paving scams against people here. So the questions run the gamut. Some of them are pure law enforcement type questions, and some are more community related. So it's not just going to be myself or any of the police officers speaking. There'll be representatives from different community groups and government organizations there that can provide services and point people in the right direction. So it's a partnership to try and make sure that we're all on the same page, because a lot of the times people don't want to call us because the one way they know to reach us is 911, and they don't think that their issue rises to the level of an emergency. So we're trying to have these events. They'll be held across the county through March. They won't just be limited to March, but March is our kickoff. So there'll be events in Perryville and Rising Sun and down in the southern part of the county with different law enforcement organizations represented to answer the questions.
So the first one is this Friday, March 1st at the County Administration Building. Where can people go to learn more?
So we just put the event out on our Facebook page this evening to let people know that they can come out and join us. It's open to seniors and or their caregivers. And it has a full list of the different events and times and locations. And it also has an email address to Morgan DeWeese at Department of Community Services, who's our Cecil County government host, who can answer questions and or get people the right information. We also will be giving away coffee cups to the people that come out to the event. So we've learned from past experience, have a nice giveaway item so people have something to take away that reminds them that there are organizations out there that have a way to help them.
Yeah, people love free stuff.
Yes, they do.
Well, thank you so much. Sergeant Mike Kalinsky was talking about the 3-on-3 basketball tournament on Saturday, March 9th, and the S.A.L.T events kicking off March 1st, but going throughout the month of March.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks so much.
We want to say hello to you in a number of African languages.
On February 13th, the Elkton Station diversity team held an African-American cultural celebration featuring Griots Wa Emojo, an African drum group out of Newcastle, Delaware. In addition to African drums, the group utilized various percussion instruments like shakers, rattles, and a traditional gourd instrument called a shakir. The performance was dedicated to the late diversity coordinator of Cecil College, Ms. Lainey Hoxter. The group began the event with a song teaching the greetings of various African languages. At several points during the event, the drummers invited attendees to join them in singing, dancing, and playing instruments. A special song titled Salea was dedicated to Ms. Hoxter. Members of Griots Wa Emojo spoke about Ms. Hoxter's role in connecting them to Cecil College, as well as her loving and caring personality.
And she is responsible for us being here. Whenever we come here, she is the one who brings us here. And Sharon is her sister.
Ms. Hoxter's sister Sharon attended the event and was moved by the tribute. She stated that she felt her sister was duly honored by the performance and that she felt especially connected to her sister's memory during S.A.L.T.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Charles. For 30 years, I have been practicing functional medicine and gentle chiropractic. Elkton Chiropractic Neurology is dedicated to enhancing whole body rejuvenation, whether or not you are afflicted with injury or disease. We utilize a structural, neurologic, metabolic, nutritional, and energetic approach to restoring your body to its full potential.
After coming to Dr. Charles, I'm better than I was before.
You deserve to feel good and to have an active lifestyle, so why not call Elkton Chiropractic Neurology today?
Hi, I'm Alison Donnelly for Cecil TV. I'm here at the Ice Splash at the Wellwood, which supports Cecil County Special Olympics. I'm here with Justin. How are you this morning?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Are you cold?
Yes, just a little bit.
So are you splashing with a particular team?
Team Market Street.
That's the restaurant
Yes,
up
ma'am,
there.
right on the street.
And why are you guys supporting this cause?
Special Olympics. A good cause. Fun. Good people together. You know, something to do.
Nice. Well, good luck splashing.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Jill. Jill, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Are you excited to splash?
We are very excited.
Who are you splashing with today? Who's your team?
We're from Snatchers Creekside. We're the Snatchers Splashers.
That's awesome. So why is it important to support this cause?
I don't know what it is.
What is the cause?
It's for the Ice Splash, for the Special Olympics. We're very excited. Had a Sunday was our fundraising day and donated a portion of our tips and our sales to all of that. So we are really excited for today.
I thought you didn't want to be on TV. Is this your first year?
Yes, it is.
Great. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm here with Judge Davis. Why are you splashing today?
I'm splashing for the Special Olympics, and I had a team. They were short some people. I got my publicist back here. They were short some people, and they needed somebody. So I said I would come in here and do it with them. So we're doing it for Cecil County for the Special Olympics for America. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right here, going to jump in the water for everybody.
Rob Churnside here for Cecil.tv, Cecil Weekly, and we have another guest, Mary Jo Jablonski. Welcome to Cecil Weekly.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. The pleasure is ours. Mary Jo is an icon in Cecil County. She's the Elkton Town Commissioner, one of several, and the Executive Director of the Elkton Alliance.
Yes.
So that's two hats for you. You
Yes.
balance it well. I've known you for many years, and Elkton just seems to get better and better all the time. Why don't you tell us about a little bit of background as we talk, but what about this new grant that I read about in the Cecil Wig?
Okay, I did just receive for the Elkton Alliance a $25,000 grant, and that is going to a new imaging, branding, marketing study for the town. We know, most of us know how the town has changed, like someone like you who's there a lot. Others don't recognize that. So we're bringing in a professional company from North Carolina, and they're going to be doing this study so we could get out there. We are new, we are fresh, we are growing, and we're getting into the times that's not the old Elkton. So we're real excited about that we could do it. And the grant's paying for most of it, and the grant comes from the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development. And with being one of the 28 designated main streets in the state of Maryland, we have the opportunity to apply for some grants that are not available to everyone. This was what they call an MIP, Maryland Improvement Grant, through the Main Street program. So, and they know we are working on the downtown especially, and that's where this is going. So we were approved for that grant, and I'm very excited about it.
That's awesome. So businesses and individuals who have property downtown or rent property, if they want to do something to improve it that ties in with this grant, they can do that.
That's actually another one. That's a facade grant through the Department of Housing and Community Development, and that you have to be a sustainable community, which most of Cecil County is. I believe there's one town looking into it right now, but we have been for a long time. So we are now working on another $50,000 grant at the Elkton Alliance for facade improvements. And if you were to open a business downtown or in the downtown business area, you can apply for 50% of the cost of redoing the front of your business.
Wow.
So if it cost you $20,000, you could apply for 10. And it goes to our facade committee, then to the state of Maryland for approval, and you're off to having a beautiful new look. And we are right now up to $500,000 in grants from the facade grant program and almost $3 million in downtown improvements. So that has really gone far.
And that puts the spotlight on Elkton, upgrades everything, and
yes,
you still kind of retain some of the historical old Elkton too.
And that's why it has to go to the state, because they will not okay everything, because they do want to maintain that historic look, and it has.
Kind of a balancing act.
Yes.
Kind of like being commissioner and alliance executive.
Well, that's all
that?
alliance. That is all with my job at the alliance. And you know, the difference is at the alliance I worked for the pleasure of the board. I am an employee. The board tells me what they want done, and I do. But as a commissioner, I am a decision maker. I am a vote. So I help make the decisions for the betterment of the community.
Right, right. And there are community events, and there are alliance events too, correct?
The Alliance runs all the events downtown except for the 4th of July. The 4th of July is the town of Elkton. So we do all the car shows, the Music on Main, the Fall Fest, the Memorial Day Parade. And you've been involved with the
Halloween parade.
And the Halloween parade.
With that giant vehicle that spews fire and bounces up and down. Oh, it's a sight to behold.
Yeah, the Halloween parade has come so far. I mean, this year we had over 800 participants in the parade, besides the people that come out to look. So it really has grown from a little morning event to a really great nighttime parade.
Yeah, and a lot of wonderful stuff going on downtown. Mary Jo, what's the funnest part of your job in the Alliance? And I guess that's kind of your job, and being a commissioner is a political onus or obligation.
Yes, yes. Although I love being a commissioner, I love being part of, and I think both my jobs have to do with people. I love people, and I'm able to interact with people. Like coming here tonight, the guests, I know them all. I know their stories, you know, and you, and it's just wonderful to always be with people. And with the Alliance, I think seeing when we have an event, and you know, whether it's a car show and there's a gentleman that comes down from the senior apartment, and he always has to give me a hug and say, "Thank you so much. This reminds me of the days when I was young," you know. Right. Or the little kid getting on Santa's lap at Christmas time. It brings joy to them, and that's what makes me happy. Right.
And I imagine you have your challenges as well.
We do, and it's always, you know, it's whether it's funding or time or, but it's not really a challenge at this time. We are fortunate to have a great board of directors, and at the town level, our new mayor, well, he's not new, Mayor Rob Alt, I still say new, but and the board that we have now is a great board. And we all seem to want the same thing, and that's bringing Elkton back. You know, the state of Maryland on their Department of Commerce website, if you would go on, it'll say open for business. And that's what we want people to know. Elkton is open for business, and we want you to come to our town.
Yes, yes. And people who live outside of Elkton need to come downtown.
Yes.
Need to come to town.
Yes.
And find out what's going on. And how can they find out what's going on?
They could go to our Facebook page at the Elkton Chamber and Alliance. They could go to our website, elktonalliance.org. The town keeps it on their website, all the events that are happening as well. We send it up to them. And this Friday is First Friday. I know you've been involved with a lot of them, and we have a new business opening, a new owner for the Gallery 122 with new craft types and art things going in there. So we hope everybody comes down to enjoy that.
And First Friday is kind of like a town-wide party.
Yeah.
You ought to check it out. If you haven't checked it out, you ought to check it out.
Yeah, you walk the loop. The restaurants have specials. The art galleries all have, whether it's wine and cheese or something else, you kind of taste your way through. But it's a great night, and it's becoming very, very popular with the Arts Council to the Cecil College. I mean, it's just, and of course, Gracie's Cafe's open mic, which is the best kept secret in Cecil County.
Well, Cecil.TV wants to find out more about that one.
Yes, yes, they definitely need to.
And what's next? What's your next thing coming? The first Friday, I guess, in February.
First Friday in February, and in March we're celebrating our Citizen of the Year. And this year, I will be the first to say here, it is Sue Whitaker. Sue Whitaker has been a volunteer for the town of Elkton. I was involved since 1998, and she was prior to that with the women's organization, the Elkton Alliance, and it kind of went full circle on her being one of the first to start on the revitalization to the town. And now that she's retired, and she opened up a quilt store on Main Street, Sue's Quilts. So we're excited about her being chosen, and we'll celebrate that March 30th.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. Mary Jo, thank you very much for coming on Cecil.TV.
Thank you, Ralph,
Cecil
for having
Weekly.
me.
See you First Friday.
Okay.